What's up, everyone? I'm Sierra Santana. I am the head of digital and production with Impact. Amazing. It is my birthday, so I know, if you're not nice to me, you will die immediately. I don't know. So for those of you who don't know Impact, we are a social impact organization. We're rooted in grassroots organizing and storytelling. I had to look at the script for that. I'm nervous, you guys, sorry. But we also created and produced the Hollywood Climate Summit, which many of you know and care about, so obviously something that we care about very deeply is climate change, which I know that's why a lot of you are here. So please follow us at Impact Hollywood Climate Summit. I already know you do. And before I hand it over, I want to thank our main sponsors, NYU Los Angeles. Are you here? Did you get your drink tickets? Good Energy. Generation 180. Yeah. And we also want to thank Second Home for offering us this beautiful space. I mean, come on, this is great. It's beautiful. It's April. So I want to introduce our amazing host who, this bitch's resume is like way too long, okay. She is a former labor organizer turned stand-up comedian. She's a writer, an actor. She is the voice of Carissa in Fox's hit animated sitcom, The Great North, and is about to play Shing, a loyal female assassin in the upcoming Netflix gang drama, The Brother's Son, starring Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh. In 2020, she was selected as one of Variety's 10 comics to watch and Vulture's Comedians You Should Know. She is also a TV writer who has worked on HBO Max's Gordita Chronicles, Netflix's Peabody Award-winning animated show City of Ghosts, 2 seasons of Fox's Last Man Standing, and E's late-night talk show Busy Tonight with Busy Phillips. She also has a new show called Self-Help Me, a competitive self-care comedy show. It premiered last night. It was sold out. I couldn't get tickets. It was so exclusive. And the next one is Sunday, May 21st at 4 p.m. She's also really fucking sexy. So I just want to say, let's welcome Jenny Yang to the stage.
Sexy? That is why I got into this comedy game, and to be called sexy, everyone. Give it up for Sierra, everyone. Come on. Happy birthday to Sierra. Oh my goodness, what an intro. That was way too long. That was very embarrassing. But the sexy part was important. How are y'all doing? Oh my gosh, look at these beautiful people. Where did you come from? Are you here because you care about the climate? Yeah. Look, I think I got selected to host because Sierra and I did do a clothing swap, so we're basically climate justice warriors. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. She validated that. Right now, we're actually streaming to New York and Abu Dhabi. I know. So if we do any weather jokes that involve temperatures, please translate to Celsius, is what I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, thank you. So anyway, we're here today because we are interested in getting Hollywood to actually cover the climate crisis, right? The reality of climate justice, right? That's why we're here. Let's clap that. Yeah, I felt the applause for that. Which I think should be an easy sell. Like if you think about it, even though they're doing a terrible job, but like, you'd think it would be easy because every other television show and movie is about the apocalypse in the near future, isn't it? I feel like every other TV show and movie is about the apocalypse. Just set it in the present. We literally are living in an apocalypse right now. What is happening? What is happening? We just don't feel it, Hollywood. I don't think we feel it because we're here at Second Home. It's beautiful. Look at this. You know? We don't. But I would like to offer that we actually kind of can imagine what that crisis might feel like. Because Los Angeles, do you not remember how anxious you all got when we had to go through rain this past winter? Oh, that's right, don't forget. I will not forget how y'all freaked the fuck out. We were so dramatic in Los Angeles, okay? Everyone was like, oh my God, I didn't move here for this. You know what I mean? Like, every single person. We were like, Straight up, we were so dramatic. We had 2 weeks of heavy rain, and every person was just like, we were just like clutching our $25 Hailey Bieber smoothie and just like, I demand my status for climate refugee. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, you know who you are, okay? Y'all freaked out. It got so, this is very, at least, I'm sorry, Abu Dhabi. It got so, it rained so much for Los Angelinos that, did you notice this? This is just my little observation. I need you to give me an amen if you feel it. Driving around, people started calming down driving in the rain. Right? Usually when it rains, it's a light drizzle. It's like, oh my God! Oh my God! What is that? Every single, but we rained so much that people actually chilled out. You know what I mean? Just my opinion. No? All right, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna move on. By the way, one of the people who are like, I didn't move here for this kind of weather is like my fiance from Wisconsin. Oh my God. Which we joke about Wisconsin being one of the like refugee areas that we would like want. Have you seen that map where like you would escape to the north during climate change? And I was like, baby, thank you for using that white privilege because you got that lake house. Oh, we're gonna use that lake house in northern Wisconsin, okay? We're gonna use that lake house that your grandfather built with his hands and the GI Bill, okay? This is, you know, with no redlining, you know. Oh my God. By the way, when I talk about my fiance, I had to tell you this. I got engaged. I didn't think I would become that bitch. Damn it, I didn't know I would become that bitch. Like, straight up, like, I grew up like, oh my God, marriage, it's a contract, it's medieval, you know. But the moment this ring slipped on my finger, I instantly felt superior. Yeah, just better than everyone. All of a sudden, how? Why? Why should I feel better than everyone? But I just do. I just do. I don't like it, but I do. I do because somehow that, I don't know, just like that deliciousness of superiority that I've never had all my life when it comes to love and dating. I'm like superior, like keep the change, sweetie. You know, that kind of superior. Like I've never felt that, or like superior, like my name is Kaylee and it's spelled with 8 silent letters. You know, the audacity. Oh, I feel it now. You know. Oh my God. I love him so much that. Number one, I'm glad we have a place to escape to during the climate crisis, but everyone doesn't have a lake house in Wisconsin. Number two, I love him so much, I chose this past winter to go to Wisconsin for Christmas vacation in order to meet his family. I live here, why would I do that to myself? It is a tundra in Wisconsin. How do people live there? I don't understand. I could have stayed here, but no, I love this man so much. I went to Wisconsin, I put on shoes that look like little sleeping bags. They're so ugly. I tasted Aunt Lori's Jell-O fluff salad. Did you know Jell-O fluffed? Did you know Jell-O saladed? No. I also learned how to speak Scani, so you know, once the climate crisis happens and we escape to the lake house, I'm gonna be able to speak like the locals. Okay, so I don't know if you know any people from Wisconsin or the Midwest, but this is my best attempt at doing it. Now, don't shame me. Okay, I'm still working on it, but it's a Scani accent. The way I described it is, you have to pretend. This is my tips. You have to pretend you're in between sips of beer, and then you just have to sound like a polite pirate. Okay, so you go. So, you going to the gosh darn fish fry or no? No? Okay, one person very quietly clapping. Wow, thank you. Okay, I'll work on that. Thank you. This is the response I'm getting. Y'all are great. We're supposed to talk about the climate crisis, but literally, I could just talk all about my fiance. This is gross. Like, I'm like a feminist, and I'm like not gonna pass the Bechdel test, okay? This is what's happening. Straight up, this ring is green, this emerald is green because this is my kryptonite, okay? This is what's happening. You know, I'll just share one little story that I thought of when they're like, let's talk about the climate justice or climate crisis before I introduce our first comedian of the night. And it's this, when I think about the climate crisis, I think about how in touch my mother and my grandmother were with the land. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was born in Taiwan, and growing up, my grandmother, to take care of me, because my mom was working, would take me up into the hillside behind our house and just walk every day. And it wasn't until I grew up that I realized, oh, my grandmother was actually not picking weeds. She was picking herbs and medicines and things to cook with. I mean, they didn't all taste delicious, but they were, I didn't learn until later that she was actually kind of like a neighborhood medicine woman, you know, which was so amazing. And I get so sad when I think about all the knowledge that is lost because I wasn't able to communicate with her because she only spoke Taiwanese and Japanese. And so these days, when I want a feeling of my grandmother's apothecary, I just go onto Gwyneth Paltrow's website, Goop, you know what I mean? Just take a look at moon juice, you know, with one of their ashwagandha powders, and then I put it in some water and I taste it, and it tastes just as disgusting as my grandmother did when she force-fed me. She's like, you got a tummy ache? Drink this. Ah! It was like, oh. Anyway, I love y'all so much. I'm gonna be here all night. So you're gonna see me again, and I'm so excited to be here because I love what this show is about. Okay? We've been able to make the apocalypse sexy enough to sell as a television show and movies. Let's do that with the climate crisis. Ooh, sexy climate crisis. Drama. Damon Lindelof, come through, you know? I don't know. I'm just gonna start calling out creators to be like, come through. So let me bring up our first comedian of the evening. Are you ready to laugh? We gotta prep. This is we gotta warm it up. We gotta warm it up. Are you ready to laugh? Yes. We gotta bring that energy. This is an outdoor show. We gotta bring it. So I want you to bring that same energy. Let me bring up our first comedian. You might have seen him performing and writing on the Late Late Show with James Corden. Everyone, please, the loudest you've ever been for Dylan.
Everyone give it up for Jenny, everyone give it up! Give it up for yourselves being here. This is amazing, I'm very happy to be here. I am Joel Kim Booster, this is gonna be so fun. I know, okay, but I feel like I am helping the environment by being gay and I'm not gonna reproduce. What are you doing? Oh, you're having a baby? You might as well fuck! No, I'm happy to be here. So, you know, a little bit about me. I am gay and I have an identical gay twin brother. Where's the pilot? Me and my twin, we grew up with all the same best friends, and our best friend growing up, her name was Kamaya, and we both had a really big crush on Kamaya. Kamaya had like a little crush on both of us, so she legitimately had to decide like, which faggot am I gonna choose? We walk into our 5th grade class. She wrote a list of our traits on a whiteboard to help her decide. This is true under the title, My Options. Kind of a feminist slay though. For my twin, she wrote sweet, cute, brave, smart. For me, she wrote sweet. That was the day I became an emo Asian. I was like, am I more than you bargained for, yeah? You cannot pit twins against each other, especially gay Asian ones, now I hate it. I like downloaded all the Paramore's albums that night, you know? But Kamaya was actually my very first kiss, and it happened when she came over for a sleepover in 8th grade. Her mom was like, clearly they're both gay, yeah, she can sleep over, it's chill. So we were doing Truth or Dare, and we wrote our own Truth or Dares, and her dare was Max and Dylan have to kiss Kamaya, and I pulled it. And when I pulled it, I was like so nervous and just kind of stalling for like 10 minutes, like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And then my brother, after 10 minutes, was like, man the fuck up and kiss her, bitch! And then I was like, oh, the lip's squishy. Okay, you don't know know that it's gonna be that squishy. But, so, you know, but me and my brother, we would get lumped together a lot. One time we were walking side by side, freshman year of high school to class, and a very pale senior came up to both of us and said this literally word for word. Did you both know you both look like Emperor Shimizu, who ruled Japan from 100 BC to 50 BC? We were like, oh my God, was he hot? And I looked it up, he was hot, cheekbones. Here's my dream. I want my twin and I to play Emperor Shimizu in like a musical biopic of his life. Like I see it, there'd be a curtain, I'd come out of it, it'd be like this, hit it. Coming soon to A24. It's double trouble. Then I'm like, I'm Emperor Shimizu. He comes out, I'm also Emperor Shimizu. And we're the singing, dancing Emperor twins. That was my line. See it. You know, me and him, we were kind of, I'm sorry, I should add more climate into this. But you guys, so anyway, me and him, we were bonded by the fact that we came out, we were the first people that we ever came out to, like sophomore year of high school. He came up to me and he was like, Dylan, I don't know, I think I might be attracted to guys. And I was like, ew! Don't ever say that again! Sorry. But then, a year later, I was like, same. So like, we basically came out to our whole family. We came out to our mom, and when we did, she was literally so excited. And having two gay twin sons quickly became her whole personality. Like one time she opened the fridge and beans fell out. She was like, there's so much drama in my life. She's like Asian Michelle Visage now, all of a sudden. Except one time in 2004, we were all watching American Idol, and she was like, Clay Aiken, more like Gay Aiken. We were like, what? Other than that, she's an ally. It was a different time, you know? But, you know, I have to, you know, what I'm about to say is completely true. Me and my twin brother were both bedwetters up until age 17. Who else? Okay, it's fine. We have to stop the shame. So yeah, we both wore this thing called a pee alarm. Does anyone know what that is? Okay, this is a real thing that we both wore. A pee alarm is an alarm that we attach to our underwear. And when we wet ourselves, it would jolt us awake like a police siren. It sounded like that. But sometimes my brother and I were such deep sleepers that both our pee alarms would go off. And we were like asleep. So one night our mom burst into our door like, gays! I was just sucking your dad's cock and both your pee alarms woke up your sister. Go pee, my faggots. She's so quirky, like. But you know, I'm speaking of climate change. I'm on Hinge. Yes, yes, give it up for that. You know, I'm on Hinge, and I just kind of want to sing a song about my experience on the app thus far. Okay, all right, here we go. Here it is. My Asian ass brings all the Jewish gays to the yard, and they're like, I want to top you, and I'm like, I'm actually a top, and they're like, wait, what? And I'm like, I know, it's confusing, but we have to normalize Asian tops. And it's not confusing I'm a top because I'm Asian, it's confusing because of how I behave. But still, in a lot of the time in porn, in gay porn, the Asian is stereotyped as the bottom, which is not a good stereotype. We have to undo that. And so I have to see myself represented more in porn. And then I'll feel like how I felt when Michelle Yeoh won the Oscar. And less like when Scarlett Johansson played the Asian girl. And in porn, I feel like we're all so addicted to porn. Sometimes I watch porn and I'm like, oh, was that even consensual? What did I just watch? And instead of porn, I think we all as a society should masturbate more to memories of consensual sex we've had in the past. That's actually a song from Hamilton. He said, But, you know, I have to address it at this point. You know, I'm biracial. My mom is Japanese and my dad is Jewish. Soy vey, bitch. Mazel tofu, bitch. Shabbat, no, there's not a third, but you know, they actually met in Japan. Just kidding, it was UC Berkeley. That's where Jews and Asians procreate to make kids who put on one-man shows about being biracial, titled The Half of It. And the poster is a bowl of miso soup and Jerry Seinfeld, I'm in the middle like. But you know, we grew up celebrating Passover Seder. It was just recently Passover, give it up for that. Yes. Passover, it was some of my favorite times of year because our whole family would come over to our house. And one year we were all gathered, thank you, 1 minute. So we were actually, can I skip this joke? Let's skip this joke. So, I was driving in LA, and I didn't realize that some of these LA streets, did you guys know? Some of these LA streets don't have room for 2 cars. So you have to move to the side and let another car go by. And I'm kind of like an aggressive driver, so one day I was like, actually, you're moving for me. This is my road, and that car took out my side view mirror. Ah, bitch! I guess that's the price of being a boss. That was worth it. You guys, but the final thing I want to say, repeat after me. Mark Wahlberg is a faggot. Okay, no, that's, in a bad way, I hate him. Look it up. Not only is he bad for the environment, but he's hate crimed many minorities. Okay, so finally, you know, me and my twin brother, you know, we were very lucky. We came out to our Japanese grandparents and they were surprisingly okay with it, which we were so shocked at that they grew up in a completely different generation. Our mom's mom experienced Japanese internment in California during World War II, and at the exact same time, my grandpa was in Japan and signed up to be a kamikaze pilot for the Imperial Army. That's 100% true, and I didn't put that in my college essay like a dumbass bitch. I could have gone to Harvard. I could have titled that The War in Me. Are you kidding me? I could have submitted a song with my application like this. Half colonizer, half colonized. Half internment, half one up alive. But I'm trying to make peace with the Jewish American pilot inside of me. This is my Pearl Harbor. Thank you, Abigail and Adler. Do not procreate. Give it up for Jenny and Sierra. Happy birthday.
Dylan Adler, everyone. Come on, Dylan Adler. Let's keep it going. When I watch Dylan perform, I think, I need to work out more. Because I'm like, this is a lot of core. I don't know if I can hold it up that long. This is good. That was very good. Climate. Okay. So I just wanted to share before I bring up our next comedian, 2 of our sponsors tonight who are experts in climate communications, okay? First, we want to thank Generation 180. Thank you, Generation 180. Yes. Generation 180 is a clean energy nonprofit equipping people to tackle climate change. They do this in a variety of ways, like Solar for Schools project that puts solar power on schools and teach kiddos about solar power. It's very cute and very effective. They are also co-created and run the Climate Comedy Cohort, CCC, a program pairing comedians and climate experts and doing a live show tour and Comedy Central social media takeover, all with silly comedy. Fantastic. Good Energy is our next sponsor. It's a nonprofit that's unlocking the power of television and film to inspire courage in the face of climate change. They're on a mission to spark support and accelerate climate stories in scripted entertainment. Ooh, accelerate, for a second I thought accelerate climate change. I was like, no. Accelerate climate stories. Oh God, okay. Climate truth on TVs and cinema screens everywhere, seeing our world reflected in the stories we watch so we all feel less scared and alone. Oh. And most of all, harnessing the power of story to expand imaginations and energize the political will to act. Thank you, Good Energy and Generation 180. Yes, let's give it a round of applause. Beautiful, beautiful. Our next comedian is an Iraqi-American comedian, writer, actress, and digital content creator known for her unique brand of Muslimenial humor. Ooh, I like that. She has performed at venues and colleges across the US, Europe, Japan, and the Middle East, and has opened for comics including Eliza Schlesinger and Arsenio Hall. Everyone, please welcome to the stage, Reem Edan.
Jenny and Edan, everybody. Yeah. My favorite part about his set was watching somebody type it out on the TV in the corner. He's like, I'm a top, and someone's like, I'm a top. That's amazing. I live on the west side, so my crystals and I are very excited to be here. Thank you. Thank you for having us. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Reem Edan, not to be confused for Ramadan. Hold for a plane. I asked my parents why they chose to name me Reem, which in English, this is loud, goddamn, this is climate change, am I right? Fuck you, okay, anyway. My name is Reem. I asked my parents why they chose to name me a word, which in English means to penetrate something at a high velocity. Or a bulk amount of paper. My dad's like, we did not want you to get bullied, so we chose something aggressive but also office appropriate. It's like, wow. I'm excited to do this show, guys. I really am passionate about climate change, so much so that I wrote these jokes today. No, I do. I love recycling, but some people take it a little bit too seriously. You know what I mean? Like, there's some people who take it a little far. Like, this guy tried to mansplain recycling to me. This actually happened. I went to recycle a can of LaCroix, and this guy was like, don't forget to rinse that out. I was like, it's water. He's like, it has flavor. I said, no, it doesn't. Get out of here, dude. What? LaCroix is just water with an Instagram filter, okay? Like, LaCroix tastes like what AI thinks fruit tastes like. At the end of the day, it's nothing. Okay. My parents don't recycle, sorry. They're not gonna watch this set anyway. No, they don't recycle, and you know, they don't even have a recycling bin. And one day I confronted my mom. I was like, Mama, why don't you guys recycle? And my parents are from Iraq. Well, I was born in America, which is I pronounce it Iraq instead of Iraq. But my parents are from Iraq, and when I asked her, why don't you guys recycle? She's like, America destroyed my country. So I would not help save theirs. Wow, it's true. I was like, that's environmental terrorism. She's out here like, bombs over Baghdad, grabbing straws, like, how about straws over Seattle? How about cans over Colorado? I'm like, okay, calm down. My parents are. I've been to Iraq. It's a fun tourist destination. I'm not close with my family back in Iraq. I like to meet cousins are just the people you block on Instagram. But I was hanging out with my cousins in Baghdad, which is a sentence you have never said before. And one of them sat me down. He's like, Reem, you live in America, the land of opportunity. What is your dream? I was like, to be an actress. He said, change your dream. I'm a comedian, they should have been more specific. My parents are cool, my family's cool. They're even okay with me doing stand-up until they realized I was being serious. They're like, who would want to marry a comedian? I was like, you're right, I should probably do this full time. Climate change, what did I write? Okay. I think, thank you for asking. I think that we would pay more attention to climate change if we had better mascots, right? Because right now we have turtles, and nobody gives a fuck about turtles. Except for that kid on the internet who goes, I like turtles. But that's really, if if we had puppies for a mascot, right? If puppies were the mascot for climate change, then white women who would have solved this years ago. Right? We would have had Sarah McLachlan commercials like, "In the arms of an angel, will you help save these puppies?" Because for only $800 a month, we can finally answer the question, who saved who? And it's you, Becky. All right, I wrote that today, so we don't like that one. More about me. I'm recently single. He had a washer dryer in unit, so it's been a very tough adjustment. My ex-boyfriend said that I had Muslim baggage. Muslim baggage. I was like, why you gotta bring TSA into this? First of all, nobody even knows what Muslim baggage looks like. We all pretend we're Mexican at the airport. Like, por favor, okay? It's true, man. You ever see a brown guy at the airport with a name tag that says Mo? He's like, it's short for Manuel. No, it's not. Also, like, I'm not even that Muslim. Like, I'm half Sunni, half Shiite, full shit show, okay? Like, I went to Coachella during Ramadan. I didn't eat. Muslim baggage. That joke has a different ending, but I know that this is being live streamed to Abu Dhabi, so we're just... Gonna keep it PG-13, A for Allah. Okay. I'm at that age where my parents are trying to marry me off. It's really exciting. And actually, I had a man ask about me recently. He asked my parents to see if I was available. I was like, let me check my Google Cal. And a lot of my white friends ask me a lot of the time, like, Reem, what's an arranged marriage like in 2023? I'll tell you. So basically, when a man is ready to get married and prematurely balding, what he'll do is, based on zero compatibility or matchmaking criteria, approach your parents and ask if you're ready to spend the rest of your life with him. And usually guys who try to date you through your parents aren't exactly best in show. Less French, more bulldog. And I would never say yes to an arranged marriage. I wouldn't. But this one time, I was like, you know what? Show me his application. I want to see what my going rate on the streets is. So, did they type that on the computer? Cool. Going rate on the streets. It's amazing. Is someone doing that here, or is this AI?
AI.
It's AI, yeah? Okay. All right. All right. Allahu Akbar. Yo! Oh, I'm going to heaven. That feels good. Okay. That feels good. I did fast Ramadan, if anyone was wondering why I'm so skinny and pretty. Okay. So, Coachella's next week. Back to the set. Okay. So my dad goes, he tells me about this guy, and I was like, all right, I want to see his application, right? So my dad shows me a picture of this man who asked for my hand in marriage. He showed me a picture of this guy on his phone. Back here. Back here. I was like, can I take a closer look? He said, that's inappropriate. No, no. I was like, can you zoom in? He said, it's an Android. I could see that this guy was busted from an arm and a zoom away, guys. And I was like, can I see another picture at least? Swear to God, they showed me a picture of his man's degree. DeVry University. I'm sorry, I don't date pro bono. And I'm not even mad that they like tried to hook me up with this guy. I'm just like concerned at the disparity between what I must think of me and what my parents think of me, you know? Like in my mind, I'm an internationally touring stand-up comedian. In theirs, I'm an adult clown with plane miles and Muslim baggage. So after that whole ordeal, I found out that my parents didn't give up. Instead, they just turned to AI. My mom made a dating profile for me. Yeah, on Minder. And if you're wondering what Minder is, it's exactly what it sounds like. Muslim Tinder. Until they realized what Tinder was actually used for, and they had to have a complete rebrand. If you don't know, it's booty calls, or in Islam, butt dials. So, I found this profile that my mom's created for me, and I wasn't mad. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute, because like under status, it just said U.S. citizen. It's not wrong. the About Me just said comes from a good family. The best part of this dating profile were these pictures of me that I've never seen before. Just straight up creep shots. And I asked my mom, I was like, I'm sorry, who took these pictures? She's like, oh, all the aunties at the weddings. I thought you knew. Aunties, man, you gotta hand it to them. They're the OG real estate agents, just putting up listings without asking for permission, you know? Just for sale. By owner's friend. Inquire on WhatsApp. You guys use WhatsApp? Sorry, let me rephrase that. Where's my first generation brown kids at? There you go. There's my WhatsAppers, okay. If you don't have a family chat on WhatsApp, you're not missing out on much. It's just a couple 100,000 good morning gifs, right? Just straight from your mom's Hotmail. Good morning. God loves you. Send to 3 friends or burn in hell. Inshallah. WhatsApp was made for immigrants. It really was. Even the name of it screams English as a second language. It's not what's up, it's what's up. So I find this dating profile of myself, and does that mean no more time? Oh, I thought you were like, that's not halal, that's a haram joke, that's haramity. Okay, I'll wrap up, okay. Mom, what's up, right? You're so brown. Okay, you dialed me back in. I remembered what I was talking about when I looked at you. Let me guess, you're like a Mo at the airport, right?
Probably.
There it is! Okay, I'll wrap up. Oh, I'm saying more jokes. So hard being pretty. Okay, so that's not a punchline, that's a thought. Okay, so I find this dating profile. And then I was like, Mama, all right, can you at least put a little bit more information about me? And she's like, oh, you're single, what else do they need to know? I was like, I don't know, like my likes and interests. She's like, oh, great idea. I was like, do you know my likes and interests? She said, absolutely not. So now she's trying to like guess. She's like, of course I know your likes and interests. She's trying to guess. And she's just like, spewing out random things. She's like, you like math? I was like, I don't even remember long division, what? She's like, you're outdoorsy? I said, I eat brunch on patios, does that count? Oh, this is another joke I have to cut for Abu Dhabi. All right, I feel good about this set. Do you feel good about this set? Okay, all right. I'm gonna bring your host back on. Give it up for Jenny.
Reem, everyone. Yes, give it up for Reem. Abu Dhabi, I know you're feeling Reem, okay? Reem was so scared about Abu Dhabi. What are they gonna, it's like uncles in the room, you know what I mean? Oh God, my uncle. How you feeling? Good, I see some friendly faces. Only the coolest people are here tonight. Gorgeous, beautiful humans. What's up back there? What is that? Look at that far-flung little area in that corner. Hi. Oh, I love it. We're just including everyone. We're just inclusion. I love knowing too that this is AI. Now it's just a fun little game of like, how can we stump the AI? It says, please stop. Oh my God, it's talking back at us. It's sentient. Shut everything down. Oh God, okay. No, we're gonna move on. It said stop, so I said okay, even though I didn't say stop. Hey, ChatGPT, how do we solve the climate crisis? Nothing, useless. It's fine. I'm so excited to bring up our next comedian. I want to give him so much energy. He is one of my brothers, truly. One of the reasons why I decided to go into comedy and performing arts. Yeah. We also used to tour together. Like, oh my goodness. We did a lot of shit together. Okay. He is a queer transgender, Tamil Sri Lankan American actor, writer, and comic. He has toured his solo shows and stand-up internationally with his last show, To Tea or Not To Tea. Having a run last summer at the Kirk Douglas Theater, so good. Some of his acting credits include Looking, Transparent, Sense8, Mr. Robot, Connecting, Billy Eichner's movie Bros, and a recent episode of Quantum Leap. That's good to know. I'm gonna look for that. His work has been published and or written about in academic journals, literary, I get it, you're iconic. literary anthologies, and print online journalism sources such as The Guardian, NBC, CNN, and The Advocate. Everyone, y'all, welcome to the stage. So much energy.
Give it up for Jenny! And happy motherfucking birthday, Sierra! All of Sierra's friends make some noise. All right, all the queer people make some noise. And all the people who think they're straight? If you raise your hand, I just want to tell you, we're in the apocalypse. You better get out there and fuck everybody. With consent, y'all, with consent. So Jenny said it, I am transgender. All my trans people make some noise. There's one. I'm with you, fam. I love you. It's you and me against all of them. It's been 7 years since I've been on testosterone, which is why I sound like Drake on auto-tune. Controller. Sounds like it, right? There are some perks and some pains to passing as male. You know, some of the perks are that I'm happier now, yeah? Oh, thank you, wow, thank you. I'm physically stronger and people listen to me. Yeah. Some of the pains are that men are unkind to one another. Yep, that's about it. So this is where I do my community activism. If you know a trans person or you're about to know a trans person, y'all cannot ask us about our genitalia, okay? Trans and non-binary people are beautiful, magical beings. Do not reduce us to the junk underneath our clothing. Now, having said that, I know some of y'all are sick bastards and want to know what's in my pants. And no, I do not have a penis. I have 3. Yes. One I am wearing right now. And the other 2 are inside of me. Everybody's looking good tonight. So I will tell you, like, you know, there's a lot of bullshit around trans people right now. I mean, not about us, but, you know, about the anti-trans shit. And so I will tell you, like, for me, one of the hardest things about being trans is the bathrooms. Because, yes, we have a hard time in there, but also the smells alone in the men's bathroom will kill you. Like, it's so bad, y'all. Like, I feel so, like, every time, I stopped using the women's bathroom a long time ago, like, way before I was even calling myself trans, because I came up in stud culture. Many of y'all don't know that. Google it. Maybe there's nothing about us. I don't know. Anyway, so I pass by the women's bathroom nowadays, and I just shed a tear, you know, because I miss it. It's so clean. Because all y'all who use the women's bathroom, like, thank God for gender neutral bathrooms, but all y'all who use the women's bathroom got that note that you're not supposed to do a public shit in the women's bathroom. And so everywhere you go, it's like polite little tinkles that happen, right? At the men's bathroom, it's the exact opposite. It is filthy as fuck. And, you know, I hover to do my business, and on either side of me is like this orchestral cacophony of sounds, and then the smells, and then it's like grunting. Like, why is it grunting? Like, do you need help? You know what I'm saying? And I know they're doing other things in the bathroom. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you a story so that you can be traumatized through my life. But so I was at the Barnes & Noble in New York, you know, Union Square. Anybody from New York? Y'all know? Yeah, okay, so dang, this is why our traffic is so shitty. Because it's other people coming up and saying, oh, LA drivers suck. It's you New York. I'm not trying to get in a fight with Brooklyn. So anyway, unless it's Williamsburg, then I'll win. But anyway, so anyway, what I'm saying is that, you know, I was at the Barnes & Noble back when it was alive, rest in peace. But anyway, I was looking at books, because I'm smart, and then I got this message, like, D, go to the bathroom. So I was like, oh shit, so I like run to the bathroom, and I'm like, oh my, panicking. I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, what happened in my last hours of life that got me to this point where I think I'm gonna shit my pants? And so I get in the bathroom, there's 2 bathroom stalls. One is out of order, of course, and the other one, somebody's in it, but I'm the next in line. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna burst my pants. And I was like, oh, and then my asshole was like, don't worry, dog, I got you. And I was like, okay, thank you, asshole. So I'm standing there and I'm like, oh my God, okay, cool. But then 5 minutes, 10 minutes pass, I'm not lying to you. And then suddenly my asshole's like, I'm tired. And I was like, oh no. And then right then the guy leaves the bathroom and I get in there and I'm pulling down my pants and I look at the toilet and there's a shit streak on the motherfucking toilet seat. And I was like, why would you do this? Never mind, I will just make it rain. I'll take toilet paper and make it rain all over the seat. And then I reach for the toilet paper and there was a shit streak through the motherfucking toilet roll. And it wasn't like the little roll, it was an industrial roll, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What is wrong with you? What, you have a vendetta against toilet paper? You were like, oh, you know what? I hate toilet paper so much, I'm just gonna do my caca and just wipe my ass on the toilet seat, and just for good measure, I'm just gonna spread my cheeks in there, wipe it on the toilet roll. And I know what y'all are thinking. Dilo, did you shit your pants? Did you shit your pants? Perfectly reasonable question to ask. But I want to tell you that no, I did not shit my pants. And you know why? Because my own caca got so fucking scared, it got crawled right back into my asshole. I was like, I'm not coming out, that shit is scary. And I'm gonna traumatize you further. One time I was in the bathroom with, me and Jenny and Atsuko were flying real quick, do a San Francisco trip, come back down the same day. And I had my backpack, and they were doing construction at LAX, and I was in this little fucking stall, and there was no place to hang my bag, so I just wore it, and I hovered, and I did my pee. But, okay, I just want to tell you something. So, like, you know how, like, your clitoris is like the size of a Tic Tac? Like, give or take half a Tic Tac. Well, when you're on testosterone, it grows. Wow, this is, I can make this into a Vice special. Anybody work with Vice? Anyway, so it grow a little bit, right? It's not big, it's, anyway, so size doesn't matter. So, but what I'm saying, so what used to be a Tic Tac is now a chiclet. But y'all don't know your candy? Because my shit is a snack. Hey, so anyway, so I'm hovering to do my pee-pee, and then I'm pulling on the toilet paper to wipe, and I'm pulling and pulling and pulling, and just ribbons are coming off of the fucking toilet paper, so I reach for it and I pull really hard, and I land on the toilet seat. I know, but I had made it rain, I had covered it up, I was totally fine. But you know how the toilet seat is like round and then it's got a gap? You know that gap there in the toilet? That just where piss droplets and pubic hair live? My shit kissed it. And not just like a, it was like and I didn't know what to do, so I just reached for some hand sanitizer and I know. Well, that's the story of my circumcision. So now y'all properly traumatized? I would tell you that I'm divorced right now, or I'm going through a divorce, and y'all have these apps, and we didn't have no apps right before. You know, I've been in that long-ass relationship, it was like almost 11 years, and the app that I was at, the only app we had back then was Craigslist. And you know, in Craigslist they had, how many people even use Craigslist anymore? You know, we're gonna be best friends, you and I. So it always says that there's like a post and there's a pic, and I would always be like, oh, great, I'm gonna see who this person is. They didn't have no trans section, so I'd go for the women section. And I click on it and it'd be like, blam, vagina shot. And I'd be like, what the hell am I gonna do with this? If I go out on a blind date, I have to print out the picture and be like, excuse me, is this your picture? No? Oh, sorry. No, I was just, no? Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna ask them. So like the hair matches, right? Speaking of climate change, how many children of immigrants are there here in this audience? We are best friends. So y'all, you know how immigrants like to recreate what it's like on the motherland, but here in the U.S.? You know what I'm saying? My parents had a sustainable garden before it was chic. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is our country. I feel like immigrants should be running the world because we're the ones who save our Ziploc bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wash them out 3-4 times. Sometimes we never even throw them out, right? So my parents had a sustainable garden before it was chic. My parents also were like, you know, if you need to go to the fridge and get something at night, just go quickly on the light, get what you want off it. I still, to this day, I'm the motherfucker who turns off all the lights in the houses, right? My father was like, also, you know, the fridge has its own bloody light. Just go there in the dark and get what you want. And he also was like, you know, we weren't allowed, he was like, you are not taking a shower in this house. No way. We're going to take a bucket bath. And I grew up bathing this way, y'all, in the States. I took my first shower the other day, though, and I see why y'all waste water. I get it. So, is that my time? Where was the light? Oh, it's just you doing this? That's rude. It's a white guy. I'm like, Jesus. But anyway, I'll just end off with this. Jenny, you didn't tell me about the white guy trying to offer me. Anyway, I will end off with this. I will say that, you know, going green, right? Like, going green is white people co-opting shit. Like, and who's green? You know what I'm saying? I think it should be called going brown. Thank you all. It's been so great. Happy motherfucking birthday, Sierra!
T-Lo, everyone. Follow him. Go to TLOCOKID.com. TLOCOKID.com. Y'all, it is an embarrassment of riches over here. This is the tiniest, most ricketiest stage that I should not be wearing platforms on. Look at this. I feel like I should do some tap dancing. No. All right. I'm so excited to bring up your next comedian. You might have seen her open for Bill Burr. You might have seen her perform on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Everyone, please welcome to the stage, Bianca Cristovao. Come on.
Thank you. Keep it going. Keep it going. For Jenny. Yes. Yes, I'm Bianca Cristovao. I'm from the Czech Republic. It's in Eastern Europe, and people were always like, oh, must be so cold over there. And I'm like, oh, not anymore. Not anymore, which is fun. Who knew? We used to go for holidays, we used to go to like warm places, and who knew? If you live long enough, warm weather will come to you. Isn't that exciting? Isn't it exciting? I have a grandpa. He did not believe in climate change. He's dead. Not because of climate change, but he died before it got bad, which is kind of sad. I was hoping we're gonna watch the end together. Anyway, Czech Republic is beautiful. By the way, is this thing telling you exactly what I'm saying? That's exciting. Does it say that's exciting? Let's see. Okay, cool. Let's try it some more. You don't prdele ty kundo zasraná, už mě nechce. And they say computers are smarter than people. Not yet! Elon Musk, not yet! Czech Republic is very beautiful. Czech Republic is very beautiful and a very racist country. If you've never been to Europe, just imagine Idaho with castles. Thank you. I've been telling this joke for a while now, and sometimes I do meet people from Idaho, and they come up to me, they come to my shows, and they come up to me after the show, and they're like, solid joke. But maybe next time don't say Idaho. Maybe next time you can say like Mississippi or Arkansas, Alabama, like all these states way more racist than Idaho. And I'm like, oh, I know. That's why I say Idaho. Czech Republic is bad, but it's not that bad. I'm trying to be accurate. I don't know what to talk about. Have you guys, this is interesting. Have you guys ever got dumped so badly that you started believing in tarot cards on TikTok? Yeah, you're like, fuck what my friends and family think about him, because this 18-year-old girl with acrylic nails knows what's up. And it's always the same message. She's always like, let's see, okay, you still love him, he still loves you. Now it's not your time, but one day in the future. And you're like, I knew it. When really the message should be, let's see, you have daddy issues, he's fucking someone else. Get off his Instagram and go to therapy. They started it. But therapy is expensive, isn't it? It's like $200, $500 an hour, unless you want to talk to a college student. And you know, it takes up to like 8 years to figure out your life, right? Like psychic, that's $10, 10 minutes, you're in and out. No brainer. That's why I think psychics and therapists should work together, like Batman and Robin. Like imagine, just you go to your psychic first and you're like, okay, so how is my love life? Do you see the one? And your psychic is like, oh, it's a dark energy, bad vibes. I don't see the one, I don't see the one, but I do see someone. His name is Dr. Larry Weber. And his office is down the hallway. He will show you different kind of love, okay? I do have to say though, psychics, they do make money. They make money. My friend started doing it full-time. She became a psychic. One day she woke up, she's like, that's my, and okay, she's now full-time. She makes more money than her husband now, after a year, yeah. Her husband is a pilot. Someone who can actually read the sky. I was telling my mother this. I was telling this to my Eastern European mom about the success of my friend. She's like, wait, what? She's a psychic and she makes this much. How is that possible? How is that? Why do Americans spend so much money on psychics? What the fuck is wrong with this? Why would Americans? And I'm like, Mom, that's what happens when you have bad health insurance. Get off your high horse. Yeah. I mean, that's what, you know, this is what I heard here. The psychics are very popular in Los Angeles, and this is what I found out. Apparently, if you want a good one, whatever that means, you have to wait up to 9 months to get a good psychic in Los Angeles. That's a long, you could be giving birth by then. Which really suck, especially if you wanted to ask whether or not to keep it. So imagine, you finally get your reading, you're like, okay, is my boyfriend the father of my child the one? And the psychic is like, no. And you're like, fuck. Climate change. Okay. By the way, do you guys go to therapy? Make some noise if you do. Wow, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. That's great. I just stopped going because therapists, they suck all the fun out of relationship, don't they? They kind of do. Like, you go to a therapist with like a good news. I went to my therapist and I was like, I fell in love and it was love at first sight. And my therapist was like, that doesn't exist. That's trauma response. And I was like, whoa, somebody is jealous. I think it's great we all go to therapy now, but I think we need to stop diagnosing other people. That's something we do nowadays. You know, we do that a lot. Like I have a friend and she was seeing this guy casually. He broke up with her. Nice guy. He broke up with her. Immediately, she started calling him a narcissist. I'm like, babe, you cannot call a man narcissist just because he doesn't want to be with you. Narcissism, that's personality disorder. It has a lot of symptoms, but dumping Tiffany is not one of them. You know, another thing is, guys, not every woman who wants you to call her after sex is a psycho, okay? Not every woman who wants you to call her after sex is a psycho! Again, being psychotic, that's, you know, that's a disorder. right? And also, if she was a psycho, you would call her back because the sex would be amazing. Guys, not every relationship where you fight a lot is a toxic relationship. It's important to know. Every time when people like complain, like it was such a toxic relationship, all I hear is the sex was amazing. Wow. Is it it? Is it the end? I knew it's gonna come, but I didn't know so soon. Oh fuck. I'm just gonna wait with you for it to pass. Whoa. So there goes my joke. It was great. You would really enjoy it, but it's over. Just like this earth. We all had fun. Thank you so much. No, okay. I'll end on something positive. Are you guys casually dating? Who's casually dating? Casually dating is great. Just make sure you talk nicely about those people because you never know, you know? Like I have a friend, he was casually seeing this woman and he kept calling her Big Booty Julie, this, Big Booty Julie, that, Big Booty Julie, and I hated it. But eventually I got on board and after a few months, I was like, okay, how is Big Booty Julie? And he's like, don't talk like that about my girlfriend. And I was like, wait, what? I've never met her. Why? I don't even know what you like. Another friend of mine was seeing this guy casually. They finally had sex. So I asked, so how was it? How was the sex? And she was like, it was bad, small dick, didn't know how to eat me out. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, that's sad. But you put yourself out there, I'm proud of you. Last month, I went to their wedding. I had to sit through it and watch her lie in front of God. Saying things like, nobody knows me as well as you do know me, Josh. And I was like, nobody makes me this happy, Josh. I was like, I know at least 3 men who did, but. She was like, I will always be honest with you, Josh. And I was like, well, start right now. Start right now. Tell him the truth. Your parents flew in for this. Tell the truth. Say, look, Josh doesn't have the perfect cock, but I suffer from depression. And sometimes I get so sad, and then he goes down on me, and he doesn't know what he's doing, but his heart is in it. And it's important. Sometimes, you know, it's not what I want, but it's what I need. Oh my gosh, you guys, this was great. I had a great time. I think, what time do I have left in this country? It's a few minutes. Okay, I do have to get out, but I do want to tell you a true story that literally just happened, and it's very exciting, and I want to share with you. I was in New York. Literally, it happened last week. I was in New York, and I'm walking. Sometimes I don't know if I'm like Czech or American, like what am I, you know? But I was walking down the street, and I see a passport, and I wanted to like walk by it, you know, because it's a lot of responsibility when you find a passport. You have to like call the end. I was like, I don't want to deal with that shit. But then I look at the passport and it's a Czech passport, and I was like, fuck, I have to do that. That's like my duty as a Czech citizen, you know. And I was like, oh my God, I hope the guy's cute or something, you know. So I opened the passport and the guy's like, whatever looking. I was like, oh, Jesus, okay. He's like super old. He's like 40 years old. I'm like, no. And then I look into the passport and suddenly I see these stamps of his travels, you know. And then I noticed that, you know, he's been going to all these islands that are famous for people who are rich but don't want to pay taxes. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? So I Googled this guy, and I find out, this is a true story, happened last week, this guy is the 2nd richest man in the Czech Republic. I was like, oh shit. I think I'm gonna have to return this passport to this beautiful young man. He will need it. And you know, I don't know if you guys, you know, I didn't have his number, I just have the passport, you know, and I don't know if you guys ever tried to get a number of a billionaire. I mean, I've been trying my entire life. It's not so easy. But I know I had his passport, so, you know, I pulled all my strings, and eventually, a couple of, you know, like 5 hours later, I get a call from a strange number. I immediately saved and memorized, and it was him. Right, and he was like, oh my God, you saved my life. And I was like, oh my God, you're gonna save mine. And then he, we set up a date, to meet up. And it is part of the story. It's important to tell you. I was in New York with my boyfriend and his two best friends, but it was a little awkward. But I did the right thing. I broke up with my boyfriend. Thank you. And I set up this date, and then he showed up, and he was like super giddy, and you know how I knew about him that he was a billionaire. He also knew about me, and he was like, "I listened to your podcast," and I was immediately like, dun 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 dun. And then I realized in the podcast I was talking about how billionaires shouldn't exist and how much I hate them, which is something you say when you give up on yourself, right? So I was like, oh no, don't take it seriously. I was just being, it was a long time ago. I was a different person. It was 2 weeks ago. And then we chatted, and I don't have an ending for this story. I'm just still waiting for him to call me back. But it's, it's an interesting story because, what I told you at the beginning, I came to this country for a better life, and it's been 12 years, and I can't believe it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to move back to the Czech Republic for it, but I'll never forget. It happened here in America. So God bless America, you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Bianca, everyone. Bianca, Cristovao. I'm just gonna do that for every person. Are we getting drinks? What's happening? I went over there to the bar. What's that? Yeah, do the bio break, you know what I mean? Bio break. When did we start using that? I love it. Okay. I didn't mean to bring the energy down. I really just wanted to use his voice. There's so many planes. Why are there so many planes in Hollywood? Is this the billionaire coming to get Bianca? Do they just fly in everywhere? I was using this voice last night because I'm 100% promoting my own show to you right now. It's a new show. It's a live comedy variety show called Self-Help Me, a competitive self-care comedy show. Yeah. It's a comedy show because self-care already felt competitive. You know what I mean? We just took our anxieties and made it into a show. So, just, May 21st, 4 p.m. Sunday, Dynasty Typewriter, come on down. We sold out last night, and then we're gonna sell it out again. Yeah, Jenny ATV, Instagram, all my stories, it's all the links to that, take them in. Okay, that's it, you guys. Abu Dhabi, you too. Okay. I'm so excited to bring up this next comedian. He is an Emmy award-winning comedian who wrote for Rugrats and Rubble and Crew. Everyone, please welcome to the stage, Blake Pickens!
Usually there's a stool up here. So we're gonna do this. What's up? Give it up for yourselves. You're a beautiful crowd. Give it up for yourselves. Okay, not that much, sir. Not that much. This is amazing. Before we get into this, I think it's important that I let you all know that I am Native American. Otherwise, this will feel racist real fast. I have a mirror. I know what I look like. I look like I might be related to Elizabeth Warren. She might be my auntie, I don't know, but if she is, this nepotism thing ain't working right. I am not successful enough yet. Put me in Congress, dude. I can make laws and shit. But I am an enrolled member of the Chickasaw Nation, but tonight I'm wearing the traditional regalia of the fuckboy nation. We're strong, we're proud, we are the last of the Brohegans. Well, my parents did me no favors naming me Blake Pickens, right? Not a native name. It's a racist cop's name. No article in history has ever started with police officer Blake Pickens and then ended with helps their community. Blake Randall Pickens, are you kidding me? That's a hate crime waiting to happen. It's an exciting time to be Native American, though. It's a very exciting time. We have a whole new acronym. I don't know if you guys know this. We're no longer POC. We're no longer people of color. Now we're BIPOC. B-I-P-O-C. That I, indigenous. That's your boy. We're a top shelf race now. Black, indigenous, all you other motherfuckers. Listen, I don't make the rules, but we're better than the Japanese. I didn't say it. They said it. They made the rules. I just benefit from them. But it is. It's an exciting time to be Native American. Right now we have 2 shows on the air that are predominantly Native American, in front of and behind the camera. Those are Reservation Dogs and Dark Winds. Y'all can clap for that. Okay, enough. When my white friends found out, they started texting me immediately. They were like, hey, congratulations, you did it. I mean, I'm not in the shows, not writing on the shows. I'm just Native American. So I started texting my white friends back, hey, I heard about that Friends reunion. You must be freaking out right now. This is huge for your community. But it is. It's an exciting time. But when we talk about diversity, when we talk about inclusion, I don't think Native Americans were actually there yet. I don't think we're actually included. Because I got on Pornhub and I searched Native American. 3 videos, all Puerto Ricans. I could tell. I have a keen eye. Like, I don't know who fact checks porn. But I'm almost certain that Custer was not black. I went to public school, I'm willing to be wrong. But I know for damn sure that John Smith did not have a BBC. I saw Pocahontas, he was not packing like that. The whole, like, Native American porn ecosystem is just dark-skinned Italian girls in headdresses. It's like Coachella with boners. Which, I mean, I kind of like. Okay, but we're here for climate change, right? Everybody give it up for climate change. Climate change is crushing it right now. Dude, it is so successful. Dude, if it dropped a self-help book, you know I would read that tomorrow. That shit would put Gary Vee out of business. Like, it's so successful. We know it's bad. We know it's bad. I mean, like, climate change is warming up the oceans, which is terrible for humanity, but really good for me. Because my apartment complex manager refuses to install a hot tub. Thank you, nature. Ask and you shall receive. That is Creator looking out for me. I wanted a hot tub. He said, how about the whole fucking ocean? Dude, I live in Brentwood. I'm close to that new hot tub. I can just pop right over there. And like, I mean, the seals are gonna be warm, for sure. But like, I don't know, lose some blubber, dude. You don't gotta be walking around thick all year, just in the cold months like the rest of us. I wrote new jokes for this. Oh, anytime that I want to know the opposing side to any issue, I always call back home to Oklahoma. I call my aunt because I know she's going to give me the real on it. So I called my aunt and I said, you know, I'm about to do this show, it's about climate change. What do you think about climate change? She goes, well, it's probably real. That's actually an improvement for her. We have changed hearts and minds. It's probably real, but, I was like, here we go, bud. But I don't know if I trust these scientists to solve a global crisis if they can't even cure my herpes. Fair point. Didn't need to know my aunt had herpes, though. And if I do the math, 1 + 1 equals some of my cousins also have herpes. Which means that as a kid, when I said liar, liar, pants on fire, your boy was right. But then I got to thinking, I was like, you know what, maybe I I don't know if I trust scientists. Because I got sent an article the other day that said scientists have done a new study, and it turns out that people who use emojis in their text messages tend to have more sex. And I was like, that's what you're studying? Yo, you went to 12 years of school and the only thing you came out with is dudes who send eggplant emojis be fucking. I don't know, I trust science probably. Only the hot ones though, right? Only the hot ones, not the ugly scientists. Y'all trust the ugly scientists? Is that what I'm gathering? Like, listen, I know intellectually that I shouldn't. Like, just trust hot people, but something deep inside just makes me, I don't know, do that. Y'all don't like that. Y'all like the ugly scientists. That's okay. I grew up in my family. We walked everywhere that we needed to go. You know, we only ate what we needed to eat, and we never got new clothes. And I thought we were just poor, but it turns out, environmentalists. We were crushing it, dude. If Al Gore knew about us, he would have given us a Medal of Freedom. Just kidding, Al Gore's never spoke to a poor person. Dude, we couldn't afford a carbon footprint. And if we did, they would be in hand-me-down K-Swiss. They would have been good footprints. But I don't know, whenever you grow up poor like that, you're just not afforded the same opportunities, which sucks because I had a little cousin who was autistic, and he could have been the next Greta Thunberg, but we grew up poor. So instead of testifying in front of the UN, he just ran around the hood singing, "Whoop, there it is." Which he crushed. Alright, I have to get out of here very soon. I want to tell you my hottest, wettest story because that was on the flyer, that we were going to tell our hottest, wettest stories. So, I was hooking up with this girl. And normally, I would not say the race of the girl, but it's very important in this case that you know that she was a white girl. So we were hooking up, we were making out. It was getting hot, you could tell it was going places. But then she hits me with a, you like that, Chief? I mean, yeah, I do. But Chief, dude, I'm just a citizen. That's not my role in my tribe. But you know what? Maybe she believes in me. Maybe based on the make-out ability, she thought, you know, this dude could be chief of the Chickasaw Nation someday. So I put a pin in it because I gotta see where this goes for my people. Then some clothes are coming off. It's getting really hot. You can tell it's gonna go there. But then she says, "Give it to me, crazy horse." Ah! Wrong tribe, crazy horse? Also, it's man struggling with his mental health horse. I stayed woke in the pocket. But then she said something that was unforgivable, that was totally disgusting. She said, "Fuck me like we're back in your teepee." I'm not a dirty Apache, okay? I am Chickasaw. We lived in fucking wigwams, dude. We had complex systems of government. Why are you being racist right now? Now turn that ass around, cracker. Thank you, I'm Blake Pickens. I love you all.
Ooh, I love how democratic comedy is. The moment he said he didn't like ugly scientists, y'all were like, you voting with your silence. I'm like, but we do like ugly scientists. Oh my God, love comedy so much. I love it. Literally, it's like a plane every minute right now, isn't it? We could fix that with some climate control. Climate change control. I don't know the words. Abu Dhabi, can you just let me know what the words are? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's keep this show going. Are you having fun? I mean, come on, this is not a bad way to spend a Thursday. Is it a Thursday? Oh, where am I? Okay. Y'all, this is my buddy. It's a very long intro. We're not gonna do the whole intro, but she's one of like the funniest humans, loveliest humans. I have laughed so hard when I saw an earlier iteration of her sold out one-woman show, Mommy Queerest, and apparently she just like remounted it, which is amazing. She's a queer immigrant from the Philippines, award-winning writer, cultural strategist. I mean, y'all, look her up, all right? Everyone, please welcome to the stage, Evasco!
One more time for Jenny Yang, everybody. Please make some noise for our host. He's gonna co-star with Michelle Yao. Y'all, we are like 1 degree of separation from greatness. And actually, she's the greatness. She is the greatness. Okay, I messed that one up. Hi folks, my name is Kat Evasco. It's so nice to be here. I am Filipino, like Jenny Yang said, and I don't know why I say her whole name. I just respect her so much. I just say her name every time. And for y'all who, any Filipinos in the house? Yay! There's 5 of us. That's great. We're working in that diversity and inclusion in Hollywood. We got it. And for those of you who are not Filipino, we love karaoke. That is our shit. We love karaoke. We even created a device called the Magic Mic, and it stores 5,000 songs, and then it scores you, and then we make bets because we also like gambling, right? And I went to a family party recently, and I realized they have club bangers on the Magic Mic now. Yeah, my uncle got on, and he was like, okay. Awful bottom jeans, boots with a pearl. The whole club is looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, Shorty got low, low, low. And I'm like, Uncle, can you stop singing to my 12-year-old cousin like that? It's really uncomfortable. We also like to do shout-outs during songs. Like my aunt got on, she's like, blackbird sing at the dead of night. Take your broken wings and learn to fly. Junior, I know it took you 3 years to finish the 5th grade, but we are on our way. Blackbird. We're also very religious people. We're very Catholic and Christian, like both at the same time. It's a weird blend. It just means ultra conservative. And my grandma was Baptist, and one day I was watching TV, nothing special, just watching TV. And then my grandma walked in. My grandma was like, Kat, if you keep watching porno videos, Jesus is gonna take your eyes out in heaven. Look at your Uncle Eddie. Look at your Uncle Eddie. His eyes, they're already sinking in. By the time he goes to heaven, it's gone. He's blind. And that scared the shit out of me. I was like, Lola, I don't want to go to heaven and be blind. I'd rather see hell. Now close the door, I'm trying to finish something. I was only 5 years old when that happened. I started young. I immigrated to the US and got exposed to sex at a young age. But being a religious people means I also come from a long lineage of shame and denial. And I'm also queer. Any queer people? LGBT? I mean, I'm lesbian. Let me just claim that. I'm a lesbian. I feel like we're not given that word enough love recently. Everyone's like, I'm queer, I'm a lesbian, I like pussy. But the thing is, like, so did my mom. But she was like in denial of it forever. Like, after being in a relationship with a woman for 25 years, my mom is still questioning. Can we all agree that there should be a time limit on questioning? I mean, I'll even let the straight people vote. Where's the straight people at? Carlo, I know you're straight. What do you think the time limit should be? Like 6 months? What do you think, to figure it out?
2 years.
2 years?
1 year.
I'm like 1 year, but 25 years, goddamn. The denial is deep. And I started like realizing I was gay at a young age. Like, you know, I was like 16 when my mom outed me, or I got, you know, and so, but before that, I was 12, I had my first kiss. I started young, you know. And had a feeling my mom was gay, you know? So I asked my mom, and I thought it was gonna be this beautiful mother-daughter moment. I was like, Mom, are you gay? And she'd be like, yes, I am. And I'd be like, oh my God, Mom, me too. Can we play softball? Can we buy matching flannels? Can you take me to the pleasure chest, right? But that's not what happened. I asked my mom if she was gay. My mom's like, I cannot believe you have the nerve to ask that question to my face. What would make you think I'm a gay? What would make you think I'm a gay, huh? Oh, just because Jay and I bought a house together and share the same bedroom? Come on, that's called sacrifice. Okay? That's called sacrifice so you and your sister can have your own rooms. What else? What else? What else would make you think I'm a gay, huh? What else? Just because we wear matching rings on our wedding finger. Oh my God, hello, okay? That is like your friendship ring, okay? Except yours is made out of thread and ours is made out of golden diamonds. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else would make you think I'm a gay, huh? Mom, why do you talk like a gay Filipino dude? Okay, you got me, okay? I'm not gay, but my girlfriend is. I'm telling you, the denial is deep. Even I denied it. My friends are like, oh my God, is your mom gay? I'm like, no, they're just best friends. And they're like, why do you take family photos together? It had to be my ex who told me my first lesbian girlfriend. She's like, no, they're definitely gay. And I'm like, no, they're not. It was like mind-altering for me. And instead of acceptance, I got homophobia. You know, like it was just... So, you know, I have to admit my mom is a climate denier. Yeah, I mean, clearly she's denied more obvious things. So of course, like climate, she just doesn't get. But my mom's most vocal about it during the winter time. It's just like, what would make you think there's a global warming, huh? God, what is global warming? It's so cold. It's so cold, okay? It's freezing. It's freezing cold, okay? What would make you think, okay? And I'm like, Mom, it just doesn't work like that. That's not how climate change, that's not how global warming works. That's why we call it climate change. And she's like, oh, okay. So are you telling me that climate change is fluid like your sexual identity, huh? Huh? One day you're bi, next you're lesbian, next thing you're omnisexual. Make up your mind, huh? And I'm like, Mom, you're gay. She's like, I'm questioning. All I'm saying is denial is harmful. And climate is not a social construct, okay? And my mom's like, I'm like, Mom, it's not a social construct, it's based off of science. Well, I don't believe in science. That is what faith is for. Very Christian, very Christian. Anyways, the moral of the story is, climate is not a construct, and denial is harmful. Thank you, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Thank you so much, I'm gonna bring up Jenny.
There's a lot of uneven ground here and I'm wearing wedges, okay? Oh my goodness. Y'all, I haven't listened to Kat talk about her in denial queer mom so many times. I still laugh so many, I still laugh, it's so funny. I might have had a sip of a cocktail. Because I did my opening set and I was like, yeah, okay, I think I could just do a little, you know. Yo, is this our final comedian of the evening? Yeah. Oh my God, what do we, I know, don't we just want to be here all night, lock the doors, come on, let's be here all night. No? Okay. Oh, you're here. Good front row face. Excellent front row face and energy, I like that. Thank you. Here we go. So our final comedian of the evening, let's keep that energy going. We've been having a good time. He's a comedian, writer, and host. He is Colombian, raised in Puerto Rico, Illinois, lives in LA. Not Puerto Rico, Illinois. Puerto Rico and Illinois. What? He's co-host of The Identity at Play, a Spotify original podcast, okay, which was profiled in Business Insider and Remezcla. Am I gonna keep going?
Oh, that's great.
He's also host of Comedians Conquering Climate Change, that seems important. A podcast which was called Irreverent but Aspirational by Variety. And then there's a lot more. Everyone please welcome to the stage, Esteban Gast!
That's right. You're looking at a comedian who's been in Business Insider. Make some noise. This is the premiere. That's the dream. You go to your agent every day and you go, how can we crack Business Insider? Damn it! It'll turn everything. This is an amazing hipster wedding venue. This is an amazing. We have to leave at 10. Someone's gonna come in. They said, walking down and then there's a little water. That's no water? Is this drought? Is this climate related? There used to be water here. And then the Trump administration happened. How are you? You guys are far away from the stage. There's no splash zone. I want to be close. I want to be close to you. I think we're filming. I'm so sorry, Abu Dhabi. Forgive me. It's also, I think, 8 a.m. there. So who's watching? Who are you? I'm gonna go watch a comedy show. It's like, eat cereal? Also, it's midnight in New York. Go to sleep. What are you up to? Where are you? Where are you? Just have to say that every time. This is I love that you can see everything. I'm so sorry again, Abu Dhabi, New York, but again, sorry. Like if someone is like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, you'll be like, okay, I'll make sure. Did you just fall? Isn't that the best? This is good. Are you guys okay? Is the tree in the way? Yeah, do I need to just commit to one side? Also, first off, this is a climate event? Don't tell me to fuck the trees. This is an unbelievable. You're like, could we just cut it down? In fact, let's do all of it. If this could be a parking lot, that would be my ideal. The bright lights of Business Insider. This is exciting. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy you're here. This is the end. This is the end of the show. Not the end in general. You know what I mean? I think that my parents immigrated from Colombia. Let me say this. And I think I'm touched by any story of migration because it's like an act of hope. It's something really beautiful. And I think we're at an all-time low in terms of hope, don't you think? Like everyone just assumes this is the end. The other day I was watching a movie with my girlfriend Misha, and it's a sci-fi movie, and it starts and it goes, the year is 2050, half the humans are dead. And I looked at her and I was like, that's pretty good. Those are, I didn't know we were watching a comedy tonight. This is really exciting. Half of us made it. We really did sort things out. That's too bleak. This is too bleak. That's too bad. It's hard to have hope. It's hard to have hope because I don't know, for me, I love giving up. It's the best. Giving up is incredible. We're trying to protect you, tree. Yeah, I don't just hug trees, okay? I do more. Where does your activism go? I'll be back later. I'm getting married to the tree. It's a hipster wedding venue to a tree. Have I gone in the bit too far? Anyways, giving up. In high school, let me tell you this. In high school one time, our gym class teacher made us run a mile. And so many people faked injuries that he brought out a custodian to look at the track to make sure it wasn't broken. And I was like, the track's not broken, we're broken. We are lying to get out of this. And it was an amazing community effort. Like this, it started, one girl, she was like, I'm getting my period, Mr. Hall. And he was like, oh, okay. Because you know how high school teachers work with high school women and know nothing about them? He's like, what is that? And then the other women were like, oh, we're also getting our periods. We're sinking. And he's like, I've heard that's a thing. So then the rest of us were like, we have to fake injuries. So I was like, I hurt my ankle. And someone's like, I hurt my knee. Someone's like, I hurt my waist. It was like head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but for shirking responsibilities. We're like, hey, shoulder pain. Anyways, it just is, giving up is, I don't think we can't give up. But if humans could like fake an injury, all of us, like as a species. If we could fake an injury, I would do that. You know what I mean? We would just be like on the bleachers and another species would kind of be in charge, you know what I mean? Let lions figure out carbon sequestration. That's what and God is like, all of you pulled a hammy, and we're like, isn't that crazy? All 7 billion. Do you want to check the track? There's probably something wrong. But the lions, they're doing some really good work. I just think that that is a thing we should think about. This is what we need. What we need, there's so much bad news, we need infinite good news. I want good news, like the way there's a history channel, I want a future channel that is just like a clean, beautiful climate future, you know what I mean? And they're just like, hey, humans work together and figured it out. And we just see that over and over and over until we're like, maybe we'll figure it out. We just need to see it. I guess what I'm saying is I want a Hallmark channel, but for climate stories that's just like happy. That just is. And so cheesy, like Hallmark's movie, like a movie that was at Hallmark, it's their best movie, best viewed, you know what it is, whatever, is a movie called Country Christmas. Isn't that amazing? And we just need to be like, Country Christmas, you know what, now it's like a coal-free Christmas. And it's like, you give each other solar panels. I don't know, I'm spitballing here. We just need hope. There actually is hope. There's actually hope. I don't know if you know this, a little bit ago, the Biden administration signed this thing called the Inflation Reduction Act. And it's the most, make some noise. It's the most meaningful climate bill ever passed, like the biggest and most comprehensive ever passed in US history, and it's called the Inflation Reduction Act. How good is that? We've been trying to pass bills and then we just had the branding wrong, you know what I mean? If the Green New Deal were like, bald eagles forever, we would be on hoverboards now. AOC would have taken all our cows by now. Like the bill says. It just is, it's just a brand. I just love that we can't, like it has to be inflation reduction. Like you go like, hey, should we save the earth? And Republicans are like, no! And then we go, should eggs cost less? And they're like, yes! And you're like, sorry, that's your priority? And they're like, no one should pay that much to trash the planet. I want to destroy the ecosystem, but make a profit. Too real. Too real. Who do we think, you know there's people watching in here? That's not true. But did you believe me? Raise your hand if you believed me. Get out. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Now raise your hand. I don't know. I just should get back on stage. All right, I will. Here we go. Isn't that funny that this is the performer? I'm a performer. I could just be here. I could just be here. You know what I mean? I could be looking at you because I'm a comedian of the people. But instead I go up in my tower. I need to perform as highest point as possible. Anyways, Inflation Reduction Act. I love the Inflation Reduction Act is the greatest move ever pulled. That it's actually climate. It's the best. It's this, like growing up, I have really religious parents. Growing up, I told them, hey, I want to go to Bible camp. And they were like, that's a great idea. But the only reason I wanted to go was to make out with this girl named Stephanie. And that's the Inflation Reduction Act. Does that make sense? I don't know if that analogy fits perfectly, but I'm sticking with it. I'm gonna be vulnerable before I get off stage. I got married young, Bible camp, and then I got divorced young because I make out at Bible camp. Those are related. God punishes you if you do that. I got married and I got divorced, and I think about that. I feel like the UN is constantly trying to like divorce like capitalism and the systems that we're, you know, the UN releases a report every year. Every year, it's called the IPCC. They release this report, and every year they go like, hey, we need to change everything. We need to change everything. Capitalism is broken. We need to degrowth. We need to change everything. And we as a society are like, I have a reusable bag that I mostly forget. Is this good? Is this what you wanted? This is like if I went to my ex-wife and was like, hey, our relationship is broken, is fundamentally flawed. You've been cheating on me for months, true. And then she goes, well, what if instead of plastic straws, I use paper straws? And I go, that's not really the point. I need bigger change. And she goes, yeah, but we're gonna die by 2050. And I go, not if we look at Hope Mark, the new channel, and we look at nonstop hope. That's it. That's it. Thank you so much. That's my time. Thank you for coming.
Show. Come on, let's keep it going for all the comedians. Do you remember the names of the two sponsors? Good Energy and Generation 180. Pop quiz for you, really, to remind me. And what?
NYU Los Angeles.
NYU Los Angeles? NYU. I was like, why you? NYU Los Angeles? Oh, NYU in LA. That's cute. And yeah, Impact. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Jenny. I hope you had a great time. Follow me at Jenny Yang TV on Instagram. Come to my show. It's so fun. It's so fun. Okay, bye. Happy birthday, Sierra. Let's all sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, dear Sierra. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you all so much for coming. Please go get a drink now before everyone goes and gets a drink. But we're just gonna hang out and talk and, you know, connect, be friends, be pals. Go.